Pro-democracy protesters in Hong Kong took out a massive rally to mark the completion of 6 months since the beginning of the protests. They took to the streets to support those protesters who were serving prison sentences.
我黃之鋒好希望各位香港人喺今個12月以及係未來日子能夠擔任寫信詩嘅角色。
Earlier in the day, a memorial was held for a student who died during the protests.
希望政府啦，真係俾翻一個真相俾阿周同學咯。已經係好多市民對警方已經係不滿。
With stepped-up pressure on the government to launch probe of police violence that have angered many across the city and the demand for fully democratic elections, it seems the protests don't have an end in the near future. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
French President Emmanuel Macron and Croatian Prime Minister Andrej Plenković held a bilateral meeting on the sidelines of a European Council summit. The bloc's leaders have been gathering for a summit focused on plans to combat global warming. The Ukrainian police arrested several suspects in the car bomb killing of a prominent journalist 3 years ago, but officials said they haven't yet determined who ordered the killing. Belarus-born journalist Pavel Sheremet was killed in the center of Kiev on July 20, 2016. The mayor of London joined the trend of voters bringing their pets to the polling stations when he was seen with his Labrador going to vote in the UK's general election. Sadiq Khan, with his dog in tow, posted a message on Twitter urging Britons to vote. Residents in the North Island of New Zealand paid tribute to victims of the volcanic eruption early on Friday, leaving flowers and messages on the pier. People stood at the pier about 30 miles from the volcano, singing songs as a tribute. The US has asked Pakistan to ensure a full prosecution and expeditious trial of Hafiz Saeed, the 2008 Mumbai terror attack mastermind and the chief of the banned Jamaat-ud-Dawa, in line with its international obligations. The US reaction came soon after the anti-terrorism court in Lahore on Wednesday indicted Saeed and 3 of his top aides on terror financing charges.
Marnus Labuschagne's third consecutive century helped Australia grind out 248 for 4 against New Zealand on the opening day of the first cricket test under lights at Perth Stadium. Labuschagne and Travis Head were unbeaten on 110 and 20 runs respectively after the home side elected to bat first in 40-degree temperature. Australian batsman David Warner engaged in an argument with New Zealand pacer Tim Southee on the first day of their first test match. Southee threw a ball at Rory Burns that hit him on the hand and walked away without acknowledging it, which angered Warner on the field. After Delhi's dismal show in their first innings, where they were bundled out for just 142 against Kerala, which scored 525 by 9, the Delhi batsmen showed grit and determination as they avoided a defeat against the hosts in their Ranji Trophy opener at Trivandrum. Delhi's Kunal Chandela and Nitish Rana slammed tons, while openers Anuj Rawat also staged a great fight back as the visitors were at 395 for 4 at stumps on the fourth and final day. The Indian Premier League management has shortlisted 332 names for IPL 2020. The original list had 971 names, out of which 332 have been picked for an auction, which is to take place on December 19th in Kolkata. The final list was sent to all the 8 franchises. India's PV Sindhu has lost her second successive match at the BWF World Tour Finals to China's Shen Yufei 22-20, 16-21, 12-21 in Guangzhou, China. After the defeat, Sindhu's chances of qualifying to the semi-finals were weak, but Akane Yamaguchi's win over Bing Jiao meant it was all over for the Indian.